I just gave her a couple of oats. She can have like a little pinch of just dry oats. Lily. And then here's her lava chew. It's her lava chew. And it's just cage cleaning time, which I already finished. So I'm just giving her a few treats for the day. I just throw a handful of these apple sticks over here and she can't freaking resist them. These she doesn't seem to really like. I don't know. And she's not even chewing the bark off them. So I don't know about that. Those little round ones. But she really likes the applewood sticks. Even some certain applewood sticks she won't even touch. So I don't know if it's like she's really picky about her applewood sticks. Lily! People want to see you. A little heavy-hearted doing this video today because yesterday I'm on chinchilla groups and I saw at least 6 people that had, lost their chinchilla died. And it seemed like a couple of them just like went to bed at night, checked on their chinchilla, and the chinchilla was fine. And then the next morning when they came in, the chinchilla was dead. And these were like young, healthy chins. And I don't understand why that would happen. And it just makes them seem really fragile. Well, they are. And so what I've been discovering is that chinchillas, and this is good to know if you want to get one, if you've never had one before, they seem like a hardy animal, because they have a long lifespan, but they're not. They are very fragile, and not that many will probably make it to that life, to that long life. So that kind of disturbs me, and it makes me feel like she's so fragile. I'm like afraid, of doing anything wrong, trying to do the best I can by her. And just, when you pick them up, you have to be really careful. It's best to actually grab them by the base of their tail. If you can, just grab them by the base of their tail, then use your other hand to kind of scoop them up. Don't ever, put any pressure on their body because that can cause their ribs and bones to break so easily. So, and I read about people who have their chinnies out during playtime and the chin's running around and trips and the other two bounced on top of it, while they were jumping. And then her chin that had tripped blood started coming out of its nose and it was dead within a couple of hours. And if they're that fragile that just other chins the same size as them just jumping on them, hopping on them, that can do that, that means you have to be really careful, that they are very fragile animals. And the cutest animal on the planet is also the most fragile on the planet. And I think their bones are made like that because in the wild they need to squeeze through very small enclosures so that way they can escape their predators. So kind of gives them those floating type bones that are very fragile, but they can adjust to get through a very small opening. And that's my take on that. I don't know. I'm just actually, I'm actually afraid to have her out of her cage for playtime. Another one, a lady's golden retriever got it and grabbed it and crushed it. Took it in its mouth. So I know a lot of it seems like, it can be prevented by just being a little more cautious. So, I mean, obviously, if you've done everything in your power to protect your chin and try to do everything as, correct as possible. And something still happens to your chin, well, it's not your fault. You've done everything that you can, and things happen, and we are on borrowed time. No one knows, when our time is up. So you kind of just have to enjoy them, enjoy your animals, enjoy things, for the time that you're given. So yeah, I have to kind of look at things that way, but it just kind of puts things into perspective as to how delicate they are. You have to, be really careful with them. And that's why I say again, they're not a good fit for children. Definitely not. And teenagers, if they want a chin, they have to really, really study up and know what they're getting themselves into. Yeah, and so I don't even really recommend too much time out of their cage. And if you have more than one or more than two, be careful, because they can jump on each other when they're running and playing. They can hurt each other. And also I wanted to address, somebody left me a comment that said, and I've gone over this before, that you have to have two chins in order for them to have a happy life. And that's not true. That's a myth. You can have one and it can live a perfectly happy life. As long as you're able to give it attention and interact with your chin, regularly. And I interact with her throughout the day. And, I hold her, which they don't even really require that, but I hold her and cuddle her and pet her, and she lets me and enjoys it once a day in the morning. Usually before I clean the cage, I do that and give her a treat while I'm holding her. And then, I do that. I hold her for about 15 minutes and then put her back in. But we're together all day long. I mean, I'm in and out of here, or she's out in the living room with me. And we kind of hang out, The only time I'm not with her is at night when I'm asleep. Because she's crepuscular and her time is nighttime. And that's the time she's most active. So, and that's going to be the way it is probably for a lot of chin owners. When they're most active, their owners will be asleep. So sometimes when I wake up in the night and I'm have insomnia, I'll come in and sit with her, and so she'll interact even at 3 in the morning with me, and she's really active then and running around and jumping. And so I can't really, right now she's very relaxed and not at all active. This isn't how she usually is, around dusk. And then night, and then throughout the night, she's kind of very active. And she won't even stop to come up and want anything to do with you, because she's busy doing her own thing. So actually I found that this time of day is the best time to interact with her. Mornings when I clean the cage, because she's very docile and relaxed. And so she'll let you pet her. She'll let you give her treats. She'll let you hold her. So, anyway, I just wanted to, I guess, just really talk about how fragile chinchillas are, and, you just have to be really careful. Extra, extra careful. I've had rats, I've had, guinea pigs, and they were hardy animals, and you didn't have to worry about, obviously, we didn't squeeze them, but... These little critters right here, these bunny squirrels, are just so fragile. And I think maybe one reason why when people go to bed and they wake up and their chinnies are dead, maybe they, fell or got hurt in their cage or something in the night. And I worry about that. Every morning I come in, I worry, is she going to be coming up, to greet me? And she does so far, but I've only had her 3 weeks. So, it's a worry. So 2 things I wanted to show you guys. Rose hips are one treat that chinnies can have one of these every day. And you're not supposed to give treats every day, but these she can have. Exotic Nutrition had them, and I don't know, rose hips are really good for them, and not in excess, obviously. So this is good that I can at least give her something like that every day. And a little bit of oats. I give her a little pinch of oats she has on a daily basis. And then sometimes little pieces of dried carrot, I vary that. That's really it. The apple wood sticks, wood chews, things like that. She can have the lava chews, that kind of stuff. She can have it every day. So off topic, I just discovered that her water bottle is like dripping and I don't know what to do to stop it. It's dripping and it's like wetting the cage bottom. So I don't know what's up. I'm going to have to get her another bottle if that one's defective, and that kind of sucks. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I bought her this tube. It's like a little ferret, well, small animal critter run through tube with the little hole. I mean, she can poke her head out. It's big and roomy, and I don't know. People recommend that their chins like to play in these during playtime. So I bought that, and I guess we'll test it out next time she goes in the bathroom. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I wanted to say hi. Yes, baby wanted to say hi. Yeah, so we'll check that out next time. Probably tomorrow or the next time she's gonna have her dust bath. We'll do that in the bathroom. Yeah. I think she might have fun in that. As I don't really want her jumping around too much in there. But I think she deserves that little out of cage time other than just being held. So, my bathroom's pretty small, so I think she'll be okay.